Hello again YouTube, it's Mr. Analytical here, and I just wanted to give you basically an update. Really, I've had the watch for a bit over a week now, and I wanted to just show you a few things that I've found out and give you another look. So you did see, I'm sure, my video showing the bezel, or the screen protector, so I'm quite happy with that. I've got used to, in fact you can slightly see it there, you can see just a little line where the glass is protected around the edge, but at least I'm keeping the screen protected. And you will notice that I have a never so slight scratch just at the top here. You can see just a little mark, so that's my first little mark on it, which was disappointing, but you wouldn't really notice it in normal use. And I have played around with the watch faces, so you can see this nice yellow one. I haven't actually paid for any, so I have obviously all the standard ones, which you all have and I've all played around with, I'm sure. But if you go into the gear store, you can see this nice yellow one, this nice sort of a G-Shock style one. I just picked out a few of the best, so about 4 of them installed. So you can see this one's got the date and all on it, which is pretty good. And then there's this one, Blue Stealth. You might have seen my battery saving video. This is another one for low battery use, so it doesn't use too much battery, which is good. So that's Blue Stealth, definition, flexible, and detector, and they're all pretty nice. So let's go and have a little look at the gear app. There's a few things I wanted to show you in there. So obviously you can get your watch faces and play about with them inside the gear app, but you download them from the App Store, which is Samsung Galaxy apps down at the bottom. If you just go in here, that'll just bring you up all the pics of the day and so on, all the different examples. So just wanted to show you quickly a little thing I found here. This is all the apps. So if you want to actually uninstall an app, you can hit uninstall down at the bottom here, and it gives you a list of all the apps you can uninstall. And you'll notice that the majority of the apps, all these ones, you pretty much can't uninstall. So I was wondering, could you uninstall things like S Health and things to try and save battery power, but that can't be done. But you can actually rearrange these. So if you just hit your menu button, wherever that is on your phone, and hit reorder, you can actually put things that you use more often on your first screen. So for example, I was going to put the calculator, and I was going to move it up, so you just drag it up to where you want it and you'll see it move from screen to screen. So if you want it to be your very first app, you just push it right to the very top. So I'll leave messages, phone, and then I'll do calculator in there. If you're not using something, like I'm not really using the music, so I'm going to move the music player. I'll move that, let's click on the arrows and move that into screen 2. So it's pretty handy. You can actually just play around with how things work. So let's have a look at the watch. So go into the app screen, and you'll see on my first screen I've got my messages, my phone, and then the calculator app as I have worked out there. You'll also notice you can actually swipe between screens there, so you don't actually have to use the wheel, which is pretty good. So that's rearranging your apps, so you can just rearrange them wherever you want. And what else did I discover? A few things there on notifications, which I also should have mentioned really in my power saving video, but the way I've it set up, that if I'm not wearing the gear, I don't want it to be notified, so I've enabled that to say only show it whenever I have the gear on. The other thing is, don't show notifications on the gear when I'm actually using my phone, because it doesn't really make sense. If you've got your phone in your hand, what's the point in getting your notification on your watch? And then again, turn on screen is disabled. So in other words, if you get a notification on your watch I don't need it to turn on the screen because it'll buzz and then I will look at the watch, and actually looking at it, the act of looking at it will turn the watch on. So all those things help. It's just a matter of optimizing. So if you haven't already, you can watch my battery saving video where I show you a few other tips within the phone to try and get a bit more battery power out of the phone. So the only apps really I've installed are Maps and the calculator. So I'm really being quite taking my time with it. So I have played around, I've done a few workouts and things, and actually checked out my heart rate. That was my heart rate after doing a bit of CrossFit. So you can see there it was at 115. So it was definitely working hard. Another thing I noticed, if you're actually using your battery quite intense, like when I was doing the CrossFit and taking a heart rate, it had been using the little LEDs on the back, and that's obviously quite power hungry. So my power had went down to 90%, and then about 15 minutes later when I was back out to the car, I noticed it was back up to 92%. So you can be aware of that if you use it hard, the battery will drop, but it will slightly recover sometimes. So don't be surprised if you've got, say, 67% on your screen and you're enduring heavy use, and then you stop using it heavy and suddenly it goes back up again slightly. I haven't really worked out how to use a barometer yet, but I need to really calibrate it at sea level. So that's really it for now. I'll not bore you anymore, but I did have some fun playing around with these watch faces because some of them are really nice. And as I said before, they were all free of charge. So that's all for now, and as soon as I stop recording I'll probably remember other points that I wanted to mention. But the other thing I mentioned in my first review and unboxing was that the strap was inclined to pick up dirt, but it's actually been 100%. It doesn't seem to, maybe that was straight out of the box, that it was a wee bit more prone to catching dirt. So still have my serial number on the back, but I've found the watch very comfortable. I have slept with it on for a night or two, and I've taken it off some of the other nights, and because I've been turning the power off just really to save battery. So if anybody's any questions on the watch, just give me a shout. But it really is quite a good watch, and I just need to really learn all the functions at this stage, but I'm getting there. And if you've got any tips for me, just drop them in the comments below, and thanks for watching. See you soon.